Hi, this is Dawn Barkley, and I am here at Beaches, Turks and Caicos for the second annual Asta Caribbean Showcase. And I am here with the Honorable Ian Gooding Edgehill, who is the Minister of Tourism and Transportation for the wonderful island of Barbados. And we're going to be discussing all things Barbados post-COVID. So hang out with me. This is Insider Travel Report. So thank you very much for joining me, Minister. I would like to ask you about tourism numbers now and where they're going and where you're forecasting them.
Sure. Our tourism numbers are on the rebound. As you probably well know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we would suffer like most destinations. We have recovered almost 65% in the last year. And this year, this calendar year, we are seeing our growth potential where we are ahead of last year by 32%. So it is growing. We anticipate that we'll be back to our 2019 numbers this year. And we believe that will certainly give us an opportunity to then lead a growth initiative that we are putting in place. Our strategy will be to grow beyond our 2019 numbers, and we are putting in a number of initiatives in place to ensure that we achieve those targets that we set ourselves within the ministry and within the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. So all in all, it's a good rebound for us, and like I said, we expect this year to meet our 2019 numbers.
Terrific. So let's talk about what infrastructure you put in place during COVID and post-COVID, especially with some of the new hotels that you were announcing.
Yes, sure. A number of hotels took the opportunity to take advantage of the COVID period to refresh their properties. Not all could afford to do it, as you would imagine, because revenues were very low at the time. But what I'm pleased to say is that Barbados will be announcing the opening later this year of a 421-room property known as the Wyndham at Sam Lawrence Castle. It's on a sprawling complex. It will have some of the best features that you can look forward to. Exclusive dining arrangements. It's going to be all-inclusive property. Still with EP flavor as required. We will have an opportunity for a number of pools. It's going to be family driven. So there are opportunities with that resort. That opens, like I said, later this year. And we are very happy that that hotel will be reopening. That was one of the initiatives in terms of construction projects that continued during COVID. And we are going to be welcoming a number of other properties. We have on the south coast of Barbados, the Indigo property, which is currently under construction. And we've had announcements from the Pendry Hotel Group that they will be building a hotel in Barbados. It's their first Barbados or offshore hotel outside of the United States of America. The Hyatt property in Bridgetown, the city of Bridgetown, will be built this year. Construction will start very shortly. And there are a number of other projects in the pipeline, hotel projects that will come on stream later this year and certainly next year. So we are confident that the increased room inventory that we will have in Barbados will also help us with our airlift initiatives that we are currently putting in place.
So let's talk about airlift from the U.S. What's that looking like?
It's looking very good. We're very confident. American Airlines just 2 weeks ago announced that they'll be having a third daily service out of Miami. That service will be coming through Miami to Barbados, and that starts later for this winter season, which starts about November, and that will continue into next year. Obviously, the load factors are very good, very strong. We've seen them from our side as well, and therefore we anticipate that the load factors will continue to grow. We're also continuing to work with United Airlines. They have started the earlier service, starting out of Dulles in Washington. They also started a month earlier as well, coming out of Newark in New Jersey. And we will also have some daily services coming out of Newark in the winter from United. We are also exploring other opportunities with other routes. Of course, we have JetBlue coming out of the United States, New York specifically. JetBlue added the second daily flight to Barbados, so they have 2 daily flights into Barbados. Those load factors are doing exceptionally well, and we believe that with the demand that we see for Barbados, that we will need more supply of seats into Barbados. Obviously, with everything that's happening in the aviation industry, that is a challenge. But we're working very hard to overcome that challenge. And we are also exploring other opportunities with other U.S.-based carriers for additional flights into Barbados. We would have announced an initiative with Bahamas Air that had a charter flight arrangement with us during our peak crop over, sweetest summer festival in the Caribbean. That has worked well, and we're looking to see how best we can further build out that relationship. And then there are other projects that we're working on within, like I said, the United States, talking to major carriers in an attempt to ensure that we drive additional airlift into Barbados. As you would appreciate, the more inventory that we have on island, the more airlift is required. And therefore, we will be working very hard. And we're also going to strategically look at how best we can increase airlift, because we also have a cruise business in Barbados, and that obviously affords us an opportunity from the United States for persons who want to benefit from stay and cruise, come stay in Barbados for a couple of days and then cruise and then return and then leave. So those are the opportunities that we're exploring.
Great. And one last question, and that is the showcase, which is an amazing opportunity. What does it mean for you, and what are your impressions?
Well, it's made a world of difference. I really want to thank Sanders Resort. I also want to thank the Astor group for making this happen. The Astor Caribbean Showcase is phenomenal. It's exceptional. The fact that we had so many agents and operators and advisors on the island sharing their stories and allowing us as well as a destination to share what's new, what's exciting, and what we're doing as a destination. And also really to thank Astor advisors for all that they do, not only to promote Barbados, but certainly the Caribbean. And Sanders has made it happen with the Astor leadership. And it's for us some very memorable experiences and opportunity for us to continue our engagement and partnerships. And I certainly look forward to the next one.
Thank you so much, Minister, for your time. This is Dawn Barkley, and this is Insider Travel Report.